Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and today is an exciting day in the world of Pokemon Go. With the Valentine's Day event that just dropped today, Niantic added 2 new Pokemon, Munna and Musharna, and I did want to check it out and see if Musharna is any good in Pokemon Go Battle League. First of all, what moves does it have? For fast moves, it has access to Zen Headbutt and Charge Beam, and for the charge moves, it has Psyshock, Dazzling Gleam, and Future Sight. At first, with looking at the charge moves, I was pretty hyped. The charge moves seem solid, but the fast moves are what has me worried. Any Pokemon that has Charge Beam as its best fast move is probably going to struggle. I did want to try it out in the Great League, and since Great League isn't currently out, I had a few members of my Discord run some practice battles with me, to see how it does, so I can test it out and see if it is worth investing. Alright, hopping into the first game here, and we're leading Mandibuzz into a Toxicroak. Even though we're running Snarl, this is a great matchup for us, and as you can see, a lot of my theory revolved around running a double Psychic team, so hopefully using either, as you can see, we simul swap Hypno into Cradily, so this is a pretty solid matchup for us. Double Psychic, either using Musharna to bait out the best Hypno counter or vice versa. With Cradily, and especially being up a shield, we're in a good position. We can more than likely land an Ice Punch, shield once, and Confusion all the way down, since we do sneak a Confusion through as they throw. So we should be in a good spot here. We're going to be loaded on energy. They can't bring in their Toxicroak, so we'll see what they do bring in instead. And it's their own Hypno, so I am going to be throwing the back-to-back Thunder Punches. They do have to respect the Shadow Ball, so they're going to shield the first one, able to shield the second one. Ooh, let a Confusion through, that's really not great. And that opposing Hypno is now absolutely loaded on energy. I am going to bring in my own Mandibuzz. The Toxicroak empties their energy, which is fine. Mandibuzz is tanky and can survive it, and now we'll bring in Musharna. Musharna, oh, look at how, yeah, as you can see, Charge Beam really does not do a lot of damage. It charges at an okay pace, but honestly not at a great pace. It takes forever to get to a Dazzling Gleam. Psyshock, double super effective, able to absolutely vanquish the... And here I do want to respect the Shadow Ball, so I do shield. Able to absolutely vanquish that Toxicroak. And hoping this is another punch. Really hoping I can get to the Dazzling Gleam. But Charge Beam is so slow, and we get to it just as we die. Alright, Charge Move coming through. I'm hoping this is just a Fire Punch. If so, I can survive it. It is the Fire Punch, and I'm able to get to the Foul Play, and this should be enough to take care of the Hypno and to give us the game. So as you can see, Musharna performed okay when it had a shield advantage and the opponent did not. Alright, hopping into the next match, we have Mandibuzz into Shadow Gyarados. So some very cool spice. Shadow Gyarados is going to go straight Aqua Tail in this matchup, as Crunch would be resisted. They actually safe swap into a Scrafty, and this is probably my best matchup for Scrafty, so I am going to stay in and look to land some Aerial Aces. Back-to-back Aerial Aces should get the Scrafty quite low, although Scrafty is very heavily resisting my Snarl, so I will have to land a third Aerial Ace to take them out. They're going to be going for Power-Up Punch, so I can let that go, and this should be a second Power-Up Punch. I can barely survive it and get off the Aerial Ace. Yep, I am able to survive it, get off the Aerial Ace, really hoping they don't shield so I can line up my Musharna onto the Gyarados. Gyarados comes out, and now we're able to do double super effective damage. As you can see, even with double super effective damage onto a Shadow Gyarados, which is exceedingly glassy, it's not really hitting that hard. Like, it's chunking somewhat, but for double super effective on something that squishy, you would really expect it to hit harder. Gyarados able to get to back-to-back charge moves. I'm going to shield up the Aqua Tail, attempt to farm down, and they have a Skarmory in the back. I do decide to throw the Psyshock just to see if we can get a shield. My opponent does not shield. I'm going to come in with my own Deoxys. Since this is basically their only Pokemon left, they have to shield, so I am going to go for the bait. We get the shield, which is fantastic. And unfortunately, they get to a charge move. This is probably the Brave Bird or maybe the Sky Attack. Oh, it is a Sky Attack. They didn't want to debuff themselves. Unfortunately, my charge move did trigger. They're able to survive the Rock Slide and get to a second Sky Attack. This is going to come very close to killing me. It looks like it does not. They're able to come in with the Gyarados, farm down. one charge beam is able to take them out. So we are able to get a second win, but honestly, we're winning more in spite of Musharna than thanks to Musharna so far. Now we're trying a Musharna lead, picking up a really positive lead versus Pelipper. And as you can see, even with double super effective damage, it's not doing a whole lot. And Pelipper is so spammy. And they do an amazing catch onto a bug rocked. Oh no, he brought a Shuckle, didn't he? So you can see my Discord is attempting to style on me here by bringing in the Shuckle. I do need to shield this up. Musharna is not going to be able to take another Weather Ball. We are over farming here, able to get to a Psyshock. We can at least get one of those shields back, then we can probably Charge Beam down. Another charge move coming through. I am going to need to shield this up, but hopefully from here we can farm down and then have some energy to throw at his back line. Okay, what does he have in the back? Clefable. I swap out so I can save the energy. I do want to see if I can use Musharna to close the match. I'm going to go straight Earthquake here with Diggersby. Able to go straight Earthquake. I do go for the Fire Punch just to get some chip damage to hopefully put it into Dazzling Gleam range. Yep, get some chip damage. Build up to the second one to force them to throw, which they do. This is going to be enough to take out Diggersby, but now it should definitely be in Dazzling Gleam range for Musharna. And Musharna comes in, able to get off the Dazzling Gleam, and that is going to be enough to take the game. And my poor Furt didn't actually see any action in that game. Alright, perfect. Hopping into the next match here. Again, against PvP Lag, and again, a big thanks to everyone in the Discord who was helping out with some practice battles. I do really appreciate all of you guys. And this match should hopefully be starting any moment. Oh, here we go, perfect. And now we're leading Honchkrow into Deoxys. This is an okay matchup for us. We have Honchkrow double Psychic. Ooh, and they catch on Mandibuzz. Really nice play, and I have nothing that can touch this Mandibuzz on this team. This is unfortunately where I'm in a tough spot. I do decide to shield this up, but Mandibuzz is incredibly spammy. As you can see, I overfarm by 2, and now I'm just going to have to eat an Aerial Ace. This is not great. I do go for the Brave Bird. This should be doing a ton of damage, but my opponent does respect the Brave Bird and shields. I hop into Hypno to see if we can do some Thunder Punch damage. And I can eat a Foul Play. I don't want to, but I kind of have to at this point. Can eat a Foul Play, overfarm, and they catch onto their Deoxys. Okay, things are not looking great for me. Still have Mandibuzz in the back. Deoxys does get to a charge move. I decide to let this go and really see what Musharna can do. Musharna coming in. Charges so slowly. This is really not a great matchup for Musharna. And Thunderbolt, ow, that hurts. Alright. I decided to let that go since that's just a Psycho Boost. They come in with their... Alright, they come in with the Mandibuzz. We're able to Dazzling Gleam them, which is great. I try and catch on Honchkrow, no such luck. And Musharna, I'm able to get to the Psyshock, but this is not even going to be enough to take it out. So, as you can see in a matchup with Mandibuzz, if you can land the Dazzling Gleam, it'll do a solid amount of damage, but it's really going to struggle in neutral matchups like versus the Defense Deoxys. Alright, great lead here. My opponent safe swaps into a Registeel, and I have no answer for Registeel on this team. My goal is to get a shield with Flamethrower and hopefully catch a Focus Blast onto Meowstic. And I was too slow. So now we're going to have to shield the Focus Blast, but as you can see, the game actually cues my switch, so now I'm in with Meowstic. Hooray! I would have tried to catch again, but no such luck. Flash Cannon comes through, does quite a bit of damage. I'm overfarming here. As you can see, I do tap the charge move. Unfortunately, it doesn't register. My opponent is able to get off a Flash Cannon. We're still going. And now I am going to hit the Shadow Ball. My opponent probably doesn't know what Meowstic has, so this is probably going to land. It does land, which is great. Able to farm down. Registeel comes back out, able to go for the Shadow Ball. This won't take it out, but it should get it close. I'm going to do one more Confusion, switch into Musharna, and we're able to farm it down. What do they have in the back? Galarian Stunfisk. This is where the limitations of Musharna are really made clear. There are certain matchups, like if you can get it matched up against, say, A Pelipper or a Gyarados, it can do okay, or in a shields down situation against a Toxicroak, but against a lot of the main meta, like Galarian Stunfisk, Bastodon, even a Azumarill, despite the fact that it has an electric fast move, it's really going to struggle. As you can see, Galarian Stunfisk can just farm the whole way down. It doesn't care about the charge moves at all. Here I'm realizing I need to switch into Bastodon and immediately switch. Unfortunately, my fingers are not fast enough, so now I have to eat an Earthquake on Bastodon. And that was my win con. I messed it up. I switch in, and yeah, it's over. So so at first we got a couple wins, but they were definitely more in spite of Musharna. All right, Mandibuzz into Machamp. This is okay. With Snarl, we are incredibly spammy, and we should be able to get to the charge move here. And this will be doing a lot if they don't shield, which it does. And we're going to switch into our Musharna, and we bait out an Alolan Marowak. I'm intentionally over-farming on our Psyshock, so my opponent doesn't know how quickly we generate energy. Okay, we're able to get that to land, and perfect. My opponent was over-farming there because they didn't know when we got to a charge move, and now we can force a shield, and it's CMP. This is great for us. We're in an okay position, and we baited out their Ghost type. We're waiting our clock since we do want to be able to switch out as soon as the Alolan Marowak dies. Shadow Bone, that's fine. And Defense Drop, that is not fine. Unfortunately, I got too greedy, and now we're going to be hit with another Shadow Bone. That's going to get us very, very low. This Foul Play is going to be able to take out the Marowak, and then we'll have an Aerial Ace to threaten the Machamp with. Aerial Ace coming through, this is going to get the shield. This Machamp is absolutely loaded on energy. We're going to switch into Deoxys and get hit by a Rock Slide. In Great League, I'm not really expecting payback, so no payback there. Another Rock Slide coming through. I do decide to shield this up because I will need to use my shields at some point, and out comes a Whiscash. Ooh. With Rock Slide and Thunderbolt, this is going to be difficult. If I had Psycho Boost, this matchup would be a lot more comfortable. But as you can see, those neutral counters do start to add up. Counter is a very strong fast move, and these Rock Slides, I mean, they're resisted, but they're starting to chunk as well. I call it, it's just a Mud Bomb. We're okay here. Overfarm, go into Mandibuzz. My opponent farms up a bunch. I'm worried they're going to Blizzard me. I can survive a Mud Bomb. It's a Mud Bomb. And they go back to back, so this is going to be another Mud Bomb. I do survive this. It's double resisted, and I should be able to get off a Foul Play here. Unfortunately, this now allows the Machamp to counter me down, and this is going to be a race. Deoxys is able to farm down and take the win. So in conclusion, taking a look at Musharna, should you use it in the Great League? I would say no. I was able to get a couple wins with it, but those were primarily either in spite of Musharna, or I used Musharna as a decoy to bait out their best Psychic counter, so then Deoxys was able to close the match later on. In conclusion, I think this is a Pokemon that you can really go without building for PvP. Sure, if you want to have one for your decks, go for it. That's great, but in terms of building it for PvP, until it gets a better fast move, it's really not worth your time. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new and you enjoy this kind of content, definitely hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video as well. And also, a big thanks to our members here on YouTube. We recently started the membership program, and the support has been insane. So thank you to all of our YouTube members. You guys help keep this channel running. And thanks as always, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.